Hey guys, Philip the Art here. Today I have a very exciting video, this being technically the start of my haunt build series for 2025. Now, today's video will actually be relatively short. I only have one project I plan on working on today, that being my entryway archway, the big cemetery arch I built last year. I have some repairs I gotta do on it today, and then hopefully I can get it set up. Fortunately, no animatronics, no inflatables, nothing like that today. Next weekend, however, is what I'd like to more so classify as the start of my haunt builds. This we're gonna do a lot of stuff, be very big. Hopefully, I can get like almost all the inflatables done. I have 4 days next weekend. Fortunately, this weekend I only have the 2 days, and it's basically raining the whole weekend. So, hopefully, I can get that archway out today and maybe do one or two small things, but no inflatables or anything big. Kind of just some background stuff and set pieces and stuff like that. But basically, I just hope to get that archway out for the most part, and then stay tuned next weekend when I actually do a much bigger video setting up the inflatables and such. But without further ado, let's kind of show you what it's looking like so far. So out here, this is what I'm probably looking at for this episode. As you can kind of hear and see, it's pretty bad out. It's raining lightly. Not optimal for setting up stuff, but I think I'll do some repairs on the archway in the garage. But my archway is actually stored in here as of right now, along with some other stuff, quite a lot of stuff actually. This is a lot of my recent purchases. I made a couple videos. I know I made a video on him, and that went pretty viral. Not really, but for some reason is my most viewed short right now. And then him, I did a video on. Him I picked up, I think, a week ago. This is something I found at Canadian Tire. It was a broken fence gate, so I do plan on using this in my sewer theme. It's a whole thing you'll see in a couple episodes probably. But yeah, I picked up him, and then back here is my archway. So as you can see, I got quite a lot of stuff I need to pull out here in the rain. And I will retrieve the archway. I have to do some rewiring on it because some wires broke last year, and reglue a couple of pieces, and then I'll bolt it all together and hopefully get it set up in the driveway. But yeah, let's cut to that now, I guess. So just a quick update. I managed to get this thing together. As you can see, it is together. The garage is a little cramped right now. I have to move a lot of things around to get to places. But I got this thing assembled. I got it bolted together how I built it last year. And now the one thing I was trying to do is fix the lights. So last year when I originally built this thing, I put lights in behind all of these letters, and it looked really cool because it like backlit all the letters. I had it in display for a bit, and if you watched my haunt video last year, you would have seen they weren't on because they broke in the first week. So I actually did get one or two photos with it, and I the adapter shorted out, so I never bothered replacing it over time, and I just got so busy. So I left the on here all Halloween long, and then I kept the archway up until Christmas, and actually until March is when I took it down. So it was out there for like 4 or 5 months or more. And I think the wires just got destroyed over time, so these lights don't work at all. I hooked them up to a new adapter, and it should theoretically work. I tested the adapter works. So they're not working at all, and like I said, I very delicately, like I have all the lights going in behind each of these letters for all of them, and it was quite a process last year, so I was really hoping I could redeem it this year, and it looks like I can't. So I'm going to take this out, and then, like I said, fix up some of these letters, because a couple of them are kind of chipping paint and falling loose and stuff. So get this thing all looking pretty, and then I think I'm going to take it outside and assemble it. But yeah, that's about the update. Okay, so this is how it's looking so far. So far I have stripped all the letters off of the arch here, and I gave them all a fresh new coat of paint, so they're looking nice. I fixed up some of these pegs I used to hold them in were coming loose. I re-glued a couple, and then I painted it. I also got these crows here. I had crows on the archway last year too, similar to the lights, and then it fell over earlier in the year after the lights broke because I didn't secure it well enough, and the crows broke. So I got 2 new ones from Dollarama, and I spray painted them nice metallic gunmetal gray to match the letters. I think it looked really cool. Last year they were just solid black, and they're kind of hard to see, so that could be really cool. I got this pumpkin who was already silver and black, and then I gave him a bit more of a silver look, so he looks really realistically metal now. It's very, very cool. Very happy with how it turned out. He was not on the archway, so he's a new addition, and then I have those 2 things. So yeah, everything's in place here now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to record a time lapse of me putting it all together and standing it up, and that's definitely what I'm going to get for today. It's already like 5 o'clock, and we have a bit of a quiet spot right now. It's not raining too heavy, but it's just going to get worse from here. So yeah, I'm going to throw this all together and hopefully get some more stuff done tomorrow. But yeah, it's all going pretty smoothly so far. So let's get to that time lapse, I guess. All right, so just finished, well, not just finished, but finished building it. I'd say it took me about 20 minutes, and I've kind of spent the past like hour strapping it down. So I actually used, I don't know what the word is, I guess like ratchet straps, if you want to call them that. And I cut little pieces off of them. This is what we did last year. I just couldn't find the same ones I used last year, so I had to cut some new ones. You can see I just screwed right into the trim of my house, and I feel a little bad about doing that, but my parents don't seem to mind, so, I mean, it works, so I'll keep doing it. But I did one down there and then one at the top, so that's looking pretty good. And then a bunch of this, and this took quite a while, especially to get through all this vegetation and such. And I had to use another ratchet strap, and then I went down here. So it's pretty sturdy. I'd say the only place that's actually a little wobbly is just from this side. Now, like I said, I did strap this down a lot this year because it fell over last year. I definitely learned my lesson now. I might not put sandbags on it. I put sandbags on it last year, and it's actually looking pretty good with just the straps. I don't like sandbags. They're bright yellow and look ugly. I might put some on the back of the feet because it looks a little less obvious, but I don't want to put one there because it's super obvious. I don't want to put one there. But besides that, yeah, no, it's looking pretty good now. For the last part of today, it is starting to get a little late, actually. It's probably dark in, say, an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. Be pitch black out. It's like 5:30, I think. I'm not totally sure. But yeah, I'm gonna put the letters on, put the crows on, the pumpkin, the creepy cloth, and spider webs. So I'll do a time lapse of that, and I think it'll look pretty good. Okay, so here it is. I think it looks fantastic. Now, if you can tell from the time lapse, this is obviously the next day. Well, actually, it's the day after the next day. I was gonna film this yesterday, and there's one big reason I didn't film it until today, 2 days later, is because I wanted to buy a chain. This chain here. See, I got this chain because A, I thought it looked cool, and B, for security, and also so people know when the display is closed. So I got this brand new, nice shiny chain from Home Depot, and I have a little closed sign I'll hang there. I'm not gonna do it right now because the display's obviously not even open yet. But there it is. There's the archway. I think it looks fantastic. Now, compared to last year's, I spray painted these silver. These were black last year, and they were on the archway last year. I spray painted the crows, which are new crows, but I had the same ones on there last year. They were just black. And that guy, who I absolutely love how he turned out. I think he is phenomenal. It looks very good. And then the letters are now easy to take off, and I can unscrew all these guys once Christmas comes, and I have a nice blank black archway to use for Christmas. I can throw all sorts of lights and garlands and stuff on. Yes, I am very happy with this. Chain's very nice, very sturdy. The archway itself is much sturdier than last year. Actually, I had sandbags on it last year, which was a bit of overkill, so not this year, but I did screw it down. I think I might have shown this in the last update, I'm not sure, but I did screw it down there and all that. So yeah, very, very happy with this. For the first part of the haunt, I think this is fantastic. Now, stay tuned next weekend when I do the actual big haunt. I have 4 days, so this will be coming out probably next Wednesday, I'd imagine. It'll be my actual first big haunt video. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'll be doing all the inflatables, maybe some animatronics, just big. This was very small. This was just a this weekend thing so I could get it done. It was one of the things that took the longest to set up and also the most permanent. So yeah, just absolutely super happy with how this turned out. I think it's a wonderful way to start off the haunt, and stay tuned. See you guys later. Bye.